So how do you let life wake you up? What does that mean? It's something that I read a long time ago. I think it was from Adyashanti. And it's something that really helped me because I noticed that there's this tendency that whenever we get into difficult situations like some big change in your life, in your relationships, at work, whatever it is, right? There's some stressful situation. We tend to look at these situations as if it's just some hurdle, just something for me to get past, something for me to just figure out what to do and just get past the situation, right? We kind of get into survival mode. And what I noticed though is that a while ago, it's like I had this, like there was a segregation almost where it's like, okay, this is like my spiritual practice, my emotional practice, whatever. And then here's life, and that's all the annoying stuff that I have to deal with, and all the people that I don't like. And there's one situation that I just don't even want to think about right now. But then here's my other life. We tend to kind of look at things like that's not about spirituality. That's not about growth. That's not about inquiry or whatever. That's just something for me to get past. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying that you shouldn't attend to your relative situation. Because if you're in an abusive situation, for example, if you're in an unsafe environment, right? If there's something that needs to change, obviously you have to attend to that, right? Make some changes. But what you'll notice is that whenever you're in a situation, a stressful situation, it always feels like the end of the world, right? It always feels like you're in survival mode. And it's like, I have to just fix this one thing. I have to do this one thing right now. And then I can relax, and then I can come back to my spiritual practice or whatever, right? So what I want to say is like, what if nothing actually has to change? What if, and again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't attend to situations that need to be changed, like an abusive situation, right? But what if most of that, what if 99% of that is all just like a projection, like a shadow, a part of you trying to resolve itself, really? Like, what if you really don't have to say anything to your boss tomorrow? Or what if, like, for example, like if they really piss you off and it's like, well, I have to just say this one thing. I have to fix this one situation. Or maybe I just have to leave my job because it's just, they just don't respect me. Well, what if that's actually what you need to look at? What if this exact situation that's coming up for you is exactly what you need right now? And by need, I mean not the suffering, but in terms of growth, right? What if this part of you right here that's suffering is exactly what needs to be looked at, explored with inquiry, right? What if we need to just explore with some curiosity? Why am I so upset about this situation? Why does this one person constantly provoke an emotional response in me? Or why is it that I just feel like giving up right now because of this one thing? So basically, taking your situations, whatever it is that's before you in life, whatever hardship you have, and again, maybe you have to do something about it. Like if you have an illness, of course, you have to go treat the illness, right? But what about the suffering? What about the suffering? What's that due to? Right? Because the suffering is kind of optional, actually. Like you can't change your circumstances usually, right? You can't just get rid of an illness, for example, it's causing you pain. You can't get rid of, say, there's a family member that keeps, really pushing your buttons. So like, you can't control that, right? But what if you look within yourself and just see, is it possible that there's a pattern at play here? That there's some struggling going on? Some self-protection, maybe? Can I look at this with curiosity? What is it that I want to change here, right? Because these patterns are always about changing something. Like if only this one thing could just change. Okay. Well, what would that give me? What would that change? What positive change would that have in my life? And now you can start to really get a sense of what this is trying to do for you. And also, you can start to really see that there's always some belief about yourself at play. Like if there's suffering, there's some struggling, something that you have to do, then that means that there's some belief. There's something about me here, right? Otherwise, this wouldn't be a problem. So what is it about me that this situation is bringing up? So now you start to really get into the beliefs about yourself, because that's always the case. There's always some belief. And that's what you want to start to unwind, because life will sort of trigger these beliefs. Life will sort of put you in situations where this belief about yourself is tested. And it could be a really basic belief. It could be a belief like, oh, I just can't be around loud people who are angry. And now all of a sudden you just start to, right, you start to just notice these people in your life, and it's like, why does this keep happening? Okay, well, can I use this situation for inquiry? Can I look at what is going on here? These people keep triggering me. What is it about myself? What is it about me that this is triggering? Because it's always about change, right? If only I can just change them, if only I could change myself. And there's so much suffering that happens, and we get stuck. But what if nothing has to change? What if nobody has to change? And it's really just looking at a certain belief. The belief could literally just be as simple as, I can't handle this kind of person. This kind of person is just not safe. There's just something about this kind of person. Okay, now you're getting the ball rolling, right? Now you're looking in. So let life wake you up. Let life show you what it is about yourself that you're still holding on to, some old pattern, an old trauma wound, really. And it feels so much like you, right? So you can always look at any situation and they're suffering, and you can ask yourself, what is it about me that this is bringing up? This is a magical question to ask. What is it about me that this is bringing up? And you'll get words that pop in, oftentimes deficiencies, like something's wrong with me, I'm just not worthy, I'm worthless, or I'm just a failure, I'm defective, or I'm just pathetic. I mean, whatever it is, right? Trust yourself, see what comes up, see how those words connect to your body, and see how there's a part of you that's like, I really want to push that away, whatever that is. Say if it's failure, right? And it's like, yeah, this means I'm a failure. And is that comfortable? Do I want that? No, actually, no. If you're really honest, because you notice this is really about being honest with yourself, right? If you ask yourself honestly, am I okay with that? Whatever that is. Am I okay with that? Do I want that? No, right? If you ask yourself honestly, like just be honest. No, actually, no. I really don't want this, whatever that is. It could be an emotion, it could be a deficiency. I don't want that. It's not what I want right now. It's not what I want to feel. It's not what I want to be. And can you make room now for this? Because now this is what's here, right? This sense of I don't want this. Now that's what's here. And that's what we want to just allow. Like, no, I don't want this. I don't want to be whatever, sad, or I don't want to be deficient. I don't want to be failure. And trusting the words, because if you want to change those words, feel free. And as you do this, right, you see something changes, actually. Your experience starts to shift. And there's release that happens. So you're taking whatever it is in your life, you're seeing what it is about yourself that this is triggering. What is it about me? And then allowing that resistance, allowing that protection that's like, oh, I don't want this. Or I shouldn't be like this, or whatever that is. And without changing it, right? We're not trying to change anything. We're just being with this. Right? Because normally we're always trying to change ourselves. What if we don't do that? What if you don't change anything about yourself right now? Isn't there some relief maybe that comes with that? Not needing to change anything about yourself. And maybe now, whatever situation it is in your life, it's just a little bit easier. I'm not saying that it's going to be magical, but it's a little bit easier now. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. The situation, I don't like it. Yeah, because normally it's like, I don't like it and I have to do something about it. I have to do something about it. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What if I just let myself not like it? What happens then? So no matter what it is, right? No, literally, no matter what it is that's coming up for you in life, it could be an illness, it could be something external, it could be something internal, it could be a change, it could be nothing at all is happening. Just notice how they're suffering, right? There's some aspect of suffering here. And can I look into what is my interpretation of what's happening? Can I just stay curious to that and attend to that and be with my feelings and support myself in this way? Can I do that for myself? This is something that no one ever teaches us how to do when we're young. So you're really going against the grain here. It's like a muscle that you're building. It's worth it though. Honestly, what else is there to do anyway? So, yeah, give that a try.